Okay, so this is a video just showing you how to set up your blog. So make sure you log in to blogger.com. Go there, log in using your school email, and then you need a title. So this would be usually your first name. So I'm just going to put Mr. Clark's blog. Okay, so that's going to be the title. And then the address, well, I'm going to call that Mr. Clark's blog, or Mr. Clark bisp.blogspot.com. You might need to have your first name and your first initial, and then make sure you have bisp.blogspot.com. So for example, if I was called Bob Smith, this would be called Bob's blog, and then I would have Bob Smith bisp.blogspot.com there. Then I just need to pick one of these very simple views. So I'm going to have that one there, the watermark one. Then click Create Blog. So that's going to create my blog. It's going to be called Bob's Blog. And there's my URL, bobsbisp.blogspot.com. So there's my blog. I've got lots of different ones, but you should only have one blog. And your blog is your school blog that you will use for all of your work. You don't have a different one for English or maths or science. You keep the same one, and then you just add labels to each of your postings. So I'm going to go on to the back end of my blog. So it looks like this at the back end. These are where I sort out all my options. To view my blog, how it looks at the minute, it opens in a new tab if I click View Blog. You can see that's what it looks like. So we need to set it up so it looks better. First of all, I'm going to go to Settings under Basic, Privacy. I'm going to click Edit and select No and No. That makes it a bit more private, your blog. Then click Save Settings. You don't need to change any of these things. Don't change any of your address once you've got it set up to, unless your ICT teacher tells you to do it. Blog readers, make sure that remains public. And once you're happy with all that, you click on Post and Comments. Now we need to make sure who can comment, user with a Google account, comment moderation never, and show word verification is no. And click Save Settings again. The next thing, language and formatting. We live in Thailand, we're not in the Pacifics. So we need to change that to +7 or +8 depending on what time of year it is, and then it's in alphabetical order once you get to the +7s in Bangkok, and click Save Settings. Okay, and then that's it. That's all you need to do for those settings down there. The next thing we need to do is go on to our layout. I'm going to click Template Designer, and you're going to change your width to 1200 pixels, and then click Apply to Blog. You can change your colors and add backgrounds down there at a later time. The last setting that you need to do, this is very important, is in the layout. We need to add our labels down here. Add a gadget. We'll get lots of gadgets that pop up. The top one needs to be labels. So I scroll down to where I can see labels. Then I click Add. All labels. And it's going to be in list view. And click Save. Okay, and then Save Arrangement. Now if I view my blog, you can see it's going to be 1200 pixels wide, and my labels will pop up there, hopefully when I do a blog post, so we can try that out. I'm going to click on here to do my new blog post, and then I'm going to add the label for ICT, which is ICT. If you want to add more than one label, you put a comma, and then say if we're doing ICT SketchUp, going to look like that. And you can see it's added 2 different labels. Okay. Good practice would be to make sure all of your labels are in capitals. Okay, so we've got our labels in capitals. And then I'm going to do my first post. We use the HTML if we want to embed things, otherwise we have compose. This is how we can add pictures and hyperlinks, and we can obviously change the text here. And then I'm going to click publish. If I click save, it saves it to my drafts. When I'm ready for the world to see it, I click publish. So now if I click view blog, you can see it's got the tags or labels of ICT and SketchUp. I can change those if I wanted to. And then when I click view blog, I can see my labels there nicely on the right hand side and my first post there with the words hello world. Okay, so that's how you get your blog set up. Make sure you do exactly what I've done before you start changing the way it looks. Okay, changing the colors. Always the labels need to be on the top right hand corner. And that's it.